And you can see me, Jody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see you too. All right. Doom, 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 doom. All right. Uh-oh. What the hell did I do? Okay, we good, we good, we good. We want to go to dashboard. And we want to go to manage stream. Bam. Here we are. All right, Jody. Let me cut my camera on. Which transition. Bam. Okay. All right. Okay. 2 seconds. First of all, how you doing, Jody? All right, James. Let me call you right back. Just text me back and see how the feedback looks. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Yes, sir. All right. So let's get up in here. Give me 1 second, Jody. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, Jody. You been keeping up with the war, man?
Yep.
Well, I would like to pick that beautiful brain of yours, man, if you don't mind.
All right. All right. That's fine.
So, but I would, I got a series of questions. Well, first of all, just a overall outlook on the war. What do you got for us? I got a couple of series of questions. I want to get your what branch of military were you in again?
Army.
Okay, cool. So you definitely somebody I want to talk to. Definitely somebody I want to talk to. So
All right.
give me your outview on the war, your synopsis. Tell me how it's going, your intake on it, your pros and your cons, unfiltered. Don't be too rough on them though, because we want the people to come back. Okay.
Right.
Yep. So what you got, Jody?
Well, personally and everything. Yeah, personally and everything. The cons of the situation is the fucking the Democrats. They need to jump on board, and these other foreign countries and everything like that need to start taking care of their own crap and everything like that. Trump's asked them and everything numerous times to join this and everything like that, because this has nothing to do with us or whatever. We don't get any oil from them. We don't get anything from them and everything. But yet, like I said, when Europe wants protection and all these other countries want protection, they're sure to call the U.S. But when we ask to use assets like the bases and stuff like that, then they forget that we exist. So personally, what I think we should do and everything, just finish blowing up Iran and then everything like that. Let Europe deal with it after that.
So I'm guessing that you are on board with us separating ourselves from NATO. Are you on board with us separating ourselves from NATO?
I think we should have left NATO a long fucking time ago. NATO ain't been nothing good to us and all that. We've been sucking up money to them over and over and over and over again, and we've got nothing in return. So yeah, I am perfectly okay with us leaving NATO, because I guarantee you, once we do and everything like that, it'll take them about 30 days and everything, and all of Europe and all that will start calling us and kissing our ass and everything like that because of Russia and shit.
Yeah, this is a fact right here. This is a fact. So you know what NATO said? NATO said that when they asked them to pull up in Iran, they said this is not their fight. But we damn sure.
Well, the thing is,
we damn sure helped
it's
them out
not
with
our fault
Ukraine.
either.
So how do you feel about that? We damn sure helped them out with
them
Ukraine, right?
We've been giving millions and millions of dollars and everything like that for freaking weapons and all that. And like I said again, it's time for the rest of the world and everything to start paying up.
Absolutely.
Because like I said again, we have a president and everything that gives a fuck about this country. People can hate him if they want to. I really don't give a rat's ass. Because the fact of the matter is this, he's putting America first and everything like that. And we ain't had a president that's worried about the American people in a long ass time. Like I said, everybody's talking about how Trump started this war. This war started back in 1979 and everything like that. Trump's just got the balls and everything like that to say, fuck you, Iran. We don't care too much about your feelings and everything like that. We're going to do what we got to do. And if you don't like it, oh, well, you can't beat us.
Right. Now, I'm sure that you know that Obama, Bill Clinton.
Oh, he's a traitor.
Obama, Bill Clinton, George Bush, they all stated that Iran was a problem. So now, I'm sure you know this, right?
Yep.
So
and
why
none
don't
of
you
them did anything?
So why do you think they didn't do anything? Why do you think it took somebody like Trump to go in there and do what everybody else knew what was a problem already?
Because they were weak and corrupt.
Okay. Break that
Obama
down.
and everything like that. Like I said again, and like I said before, when Biden ran against Trump and everything, I was still a registered Democrat. I voted for Obama the very first time he ran. I said fuck that on the second time because I realized he was a traitor to the country. He doesn't put America first and everything like that. He's more worried about his investments, his pockets, and everything, and all that. He's not worried about the American people and everything. He is a true Democrat. He doesn't care about this country. All he cares about and everything like that is making him and everybody else some money or themselves look good or whatever and all that, and trying to constantly. They've got the worst case of TDS I've ever seen in my freaking life. I mean, Trump could find a cure for every major freaking viruses and everything like that, and they still have a problem with it. Trump could say air is good for you, and you'd have a bunch of Democrats out there passing out because they wouldn't breathe air.
I'm sorry.
No, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And the problem that I have with this, it's mainly white fucking females.
Oh, careful now. We want our audience to come back, Jody. Goddamn. I know you're a Capricorn like me.
Well, I mean,
but hold on, Jody. Jody,
Okay.
Jody, slow down. Slow down, Jody. Slow down. I know, Jody. I know. But we want the people to come back now, okay? We don't drop the hammer on them too much. Please, Jody, please.
Well, okay. I mean, you want it real.
Nah, you know what? Go ahead, finish. I ain't gonna stop you. Go ahead, say what you gotta say.
Well,
because I want the authentic you.
My biggest thing in this and everything is all these people and everything like that want to have a voice. Oh, they want to exercise their opinion and everything like that. And the biggest problem that I have and everything is you've got people and everything like that want to mislead people into thinking that this is bad because they want to plot out a narrative and everything like that. And the biggest manipulator of that situation and everything, unfortunately, is white females and everything. It's just the way it is and everything like that. Like I said, again, the problem is and everything like that. People want to censor people, cancel people and everything like that because they start spitting out facts and because they don't want to take accountability for their actions. My thing is this and everything. If I make a mistake or I do something wrong, I'm held to my account. I take accountability for my actions and everything and all that or whatever. And there's always consequences for whatever you do and everything. So whether it be good consequences or bad consequences and everything, the fact of the matter is this and everything. If you want to act like a fool, you're going to get negative consequences. If you want to do the right thing, then you're going to get positive consequences. The problem with the situation is you've got all these freaks out here telling us how we're supposed to live. We got to sit here and we got to respect this community. We got to do this and everything like that. But then nobody respects the communities and everything like that, that don't align with their agenda or their narrative or whatever and all that. Like I said, again. So, yeah, honestly and everything, for me, I like what we're doing right now in Iran. The Iranis like what we're doing. The Saudis like what we're doing. Well, you got Cuba's waiting for their turn for us to come over there and take care of business. Venezuela's already still is Team America and everything like that. All these countries and everything. Nigeria. I mean, these are countries and everything like that Trump and everything like that has come in and he's helped and everything, trying to make their places better and everything. And the more that man does, and like I said again, I wasn't a Trump supporter on his first election or whatever, because like I said again, I didn't know a whole lot about it. I knew him as a person, but I didn't know him as how he would be as a president. But like I said, I've gained a lot of respect for that man and everything like that, seeing that he genuinely does care about this country, and he's not going to sit there and let these other countries bully us like they did with Biden.
Hey, I know that's right.
So daddy's back and everything like that, and the rest of the world's learning.
So let me ask you another question, right? Well said. Good stuff. So we have actually, before I do that, let me ask you this question. How do you feel about Trump's work ethics? Because in my lifetime, I know you're a bit older than me, right? And in my lifetime, I've never seen a president work this hard before. I haven't seen one. What is your...
I'm going to tell you right now, people don't understand the history of Trump and everything like that. When Trump turned 18 and everything like that, his dad gave him an option. He could take a hotel and everything like that, and that wasn't really doing anything, and he could renovate it, do whatever he wanted to do with it, and make it an empire. Or his father said he'll give him $10 million. Trump took the hotel, and that's the hotel in New York. Like I said again, the very his first, I think, from what I understand, his first like 5 to 10 years of him building that was just he renovated one floor at a time and everything like that. What he did is he sold an office, he rented it out, he built the next floor all the way up until he got to the top or whatever. And like I said, then he started bringing in candidates, like presidential candidates, like he gave Jesse Jackson and everything like that. Was his home base was in one of Trump's buildings or whatever. And like I said again, he's one of the smartest businessmen I've never met in my life and everything. People are mad and everything because he knew how to use the system and everything like that. I'm like this: if you know how to make your money and you know how to use the system and everything like that, and you can use the rules to your advantage, I mean, name one person, one business or whatever that hasn't done it. Any major corporation, Jeff Bezos, you can go with Amazon, you can go with Tesla, you can go with all these countries and companies that do this all the time and everything. And like I said, and that is why what he's doing right now is outstanding, because not only is he doing the business aspect and everything like that, but he's really showing how smart he really is. He's letting he's letting the authorities of his generals, his Department of War now.
Hold on one second.
To all the people.
1 second to cut you off. I'm sorry, big brother. I know you don't like that, but Lumi God, thank you for following the channel. I appreciate it. My bad, Jody. Go ahead, continue.
No, you're fine. He's listening to all his advisors and everything. And like I said, again, even the people that he's let go, the couple people he's let go in the past month or so and everything, well, he hasn't really let go. Pam Bondi, she went to a private sector and everything like that. Then you had Christy Gnomes and everything like that. She took a different position within his cabinet or whatever and all that. And he's putting people where they need to be and everything or whatever and all that. And the people that he's let go or whatever, they thank them for the opportunity. They don't hold grudge and everything, well, except for that Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's the only one that's kind of been bitter about things or whatever, but what it is. But for me and everything like that, like I said, he is a very intelligent man. This man he's not even getting a salary right now. He has not taken a presidential salary at any point of his presidential career. Not his first 4 years, and he hasn't taken a salary in this one and everything. He is literally working for the American people for free. And he's taking a bullet for us. He's taking a bullet for us. He's
Jody,
taking multiple. He's talking.
Just to throw that in, they said that some people will say that assassination was staged.
Yeah, well, like I said, that's how you got too many people and everything like that want to commit that want to say that everything is a conspiracy. I mean, there's still people and everything that are saying 9/11 was a conspiracy and everything like that or whatever, and all unfortunately and everything like that. And look at the Charlie Kirk situation. Now they're trying to say the conspiracy behind that. The problem is and everything is people want to have an opinion and they want to throw out their ideals and everything like that for 2 points. A, so they can feel important in their lives and everything like that they somehow made a difference and everything. And B, and everything like that, they want to change you. They want to redivert you from the actual truth or whatever and all that. Like I said, that's the biggest downfall of social media and all that and everything like that. Like I said before, back in the day, everybody got the news was good. When everybody seemed to get along, even if you had a different opinion, the opinions weren't that far off. There wasn't a whole lot of conspiracy theories and everything. Yeah, of course you had the 70s where everybody was like, make love, not war and all that crap. And there was a bunch of conspiracy theories then and everything. But like I said, for the most part, that's a 2000 problem and everything like that, especially with all the social media and everything. Everybody's got this, oh, well, this didn't happen. If you look at this angle and everything or whatever. But the thing is, if you're smart enough and everything like that for certain things, I mean, you can kind of, especially anybody that's fired a rifle or whatever and all that. Like I said, again, I mean, to do a stage like that, yeah. And they killed. So then you're saying if it was staged, then they committed murder too. So that's saying that the government now is killing people just so they can elect a president? Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. So now we have a narrative on the war. Now, we all know that, whoever controls the narrative, they kind of control the perception, right? So, two things I want to ask you. We have this narrative that we are losing this war. Now, for somebody that's been in the Army, from your perspective, I want to ask you a question. Do you think United States is losing this war? Now, I do have my opinions on it, but I want to let you jump in because me and you had long conversations, bro.
Right.
Some respectful, some respectfully brutal. But you are very intelligent, and I would like for the world to see your input on it. Do you think we're losing this war or winning this war?
I think the only reason that people think that we're losing the war and everything like that is because of the Strait of Hormuz that Iran has got the control on it and everything. But what people don't realize and everything is really not our fight and everything like that. And like I said again, because of all the gas prices and all that, but people don't understand that's a global economy raise. That's not because we don't have the war or the oil. We're dependent. We don't get none of our oil from there at all. Most of our oil and everything is supplied by us now.
Yep.
We take care of our own or whatever. So the problem and everything is where everybody thinks that we're losing, which I don't understand we've literally wiped out every bit of their leadership. We've literally taken care of all their naval ships. They don't have any too many more fighter fights and everything. Their real fight right now with the Strait of Hormuz and everything is they got the underground mines and the submarines, and basically that's what's scaring the Europeans, the UK, Germany, and all these places and everything. They don't want to get involved. But the problem is, UK could easily, if they came down, because they've got things like called minesweepers or whatever, and they have the ability to detect these sweepers and eliminate them. And the thing is, UK gets pretty much all their power that goes through that strait. So UK should be invested, Germany should be invested, even China actually should be involved because they get their shit from there too and everything.
80%. They get more than 80% of the oil that passed through the Strait of Hormuz is allocated to China. I'm sorry, to Asia.
I know. To the Asian countries, yep. And the problem with the situation is all these countries and everything like that are relying on us to help save their ass and everything or whatever. And for me, and they're saying that we're losing the war and everything. First of all, and everything like that, there's not a military out there that is better than ours.
None.
I don't care what you say. And the thing is, NATO, like I said, because you notice and everything when Trump said the thing about leaving NATO and everything like that, that's when they started like trying to flip flop a little bit here, a little bit there, saying, oh, you know what, maybe we should be more invested in our stuff or whatever and all that. But like I said again, I think right now, I don't think we're losing it and everything. The only reason that people is the fact that we haven't pulled out and our gas prices are the way they are. But that really has nothing to do with the oil thing. It has to do more of the global, because of what Iran's doing for the global economy, not what they're doing to the American economy. It's a global thing that's raising prices on everybody. And like I said, again, people don't understand and everything like that. Trump and everything like that is almost finished doing what he needs to do and everything like that. And like I said, once he gets finished doing what he's doing and everything like that, they're projecting that the U.S. inflation is not going to rise for 18 months once he gets done doing his strategical actions.
Yeah, because it seems like. So before I say that, what do you have to say to the people that secretly want America to lose? A lot of times when I'm speaking to people, I understand that the idea is you let them talk long enough, you start to see that, hey, they want America to fall in some sense. Like they want Iran to win. But they tend to forget that we all live here. What do you have to say to those people? Mm-hmm. Be nice, Jody. Be nice. Be nice.
Good thing you said that because I had an F-bomb.
I know you, Jody. Be nice.
I'm gonna say just like Trump said and everything. If you don't like it here, leave. There's nothing keeping you here. Pack your bags. Find somewhere else that's better than America. We are the most diverse country. We accept everybody. Like I said, our borders and everything like that. Even though, like I said, Trump's done a great thing, bringing, killing our borders and making our borders secure and everything like that. But we're the only country and everything that our immigration is really, really relaxed and everything like that. Because, like I said again, try going over to North Korea or all these other countries and everything. They got the death penalty for people that come to their country illegally. These people don't understand and everything. So you got all these people that America, fuck America, blah, death to America. You know what? If you don't like it, bounce. We don't need you. Bye, Felicia. So that's my feeling.
Absolutely. So now the thing is this, right? I tell people all the time that, you know, I believe that Americans are spoiled. We never had war on our soil before.
Oh, yeah.
Like how you said, if you go and live if you take some of these people and put them in another country for about 2-3 years, they'd be begging to come back to America. There's a reason why everybody's coming to America. Mm-hmm. It's a reason. Yeah. So, with that being said, I do feel the same way. Those people should leave because we only learn when something is taken away from us, right? Okay. Second thing we're going to touch on. I want to touch on China real fast. Okay. Do you believe? China. Because the way I see it is this: Donald Trump went into Venezuela. They told us it was about fentanyl and drugs, although I'm pretty sure it was, but I know the priority was oil. So he goes inside Venezuela, he snatches the oil. Right now, we're already producing more oil than anybody ever now, right?
Let me backtrack that one real quick. And
okay, let's talk about it.
When we say about the oil and everything like that, we're looking at the wrong context on it and everything like that. It's not necessarily and everything like that the oil that we want to produce and everything. The fact of the matter is this and everything like that is we built the refineries and everything like that for Venezuela and everything like that, and we don't want Russia or China accessing something that we built.
Sure.
So, like I said, yes, we did get the nice little 35 billion barrel, 35 to 50 billion barrels or something like that, some crazy amount or whatever to as a trade for our support and our strength and our protection, pretty much, if you want to look at it that way. But it's not that we went and invaded Venezuela for their oil, because like I said again, our oil wouldn't be their oil if it wasn't for our refineries that we built for them.
No problem. I don't want to get absolutely. But what I'm going to say is this: we went into Venezuela, we took the oil. I want to keep the bigger picture on China because I want to ask you a question, but I want to develop the question real fast. So we go into Venezuela, and we close the oil deal. We take the oil from them. Now, by us doing that, Cuba is kind of like on their knees because we understand that they were relying a lot of their resources on Venezuela. Right after that, we bombed the Strait of Hormuz. Now, just like how you said, the Strait of Hormuz doesn't harm us because only 4% goes to the Americas. So we're getting like less than 1% of that. 80% is allocated to Asia. Now, do you know, in your point of view, do you think this was an indirect assault on China? Because what's tend to happen right now is that if we go over there and take over Karg Island, China is we're going to have leverage over China. If we have leverage over China with the oil, they can't fuel their jets. They can't go to war. We all know how important oil is. Take a look at Cuba. Because we also know that China's trying to go into Taiwan for those conductors. Do you think, my brother, that this was an indirect assault on China, indirectly?
No, I don't think it's an indirect. What I think it is, it's a message to China and Russia. I actually think it's a message both to China and Russia that, like I said again, you saw how quickly we took a president. You saw how quickly we took Iran. You see how we are not scared, and we'll do what we got to do. We're just putting China and Russia. I think it's more so just keeping them in check. Because, like I said again, if you realize and everything, the whole time during Biden's presidency, China was sending over spies. They were coming over here trying to get our farmlands and everything like that. Like I said again, and the problem is and everything like that. Basically, we are protecting the entire Western Hemisphere so that China and Russia don't have the ability to have any strategical advantage. So I don't necessarily say that it's indirectly trying to hurt China. It's just letting China know, don't make that mistake because we will
I would say this.
Take care of your shit.
Maybe the wrong thing was indirectly attacked, but we want to have leverage over China and Russia, correct?
Well, I guess in theory you always want to have leverage over your adversaries.
Absolutely.
You always want to.
So,
but the thing is, I don't know. I don't know. For me, I still don't know that it's necessarily trying to have leverage. It's just making sure that they realize you stay on your side of the world and we'll stay on our side. I think is kind of where we're at more and everything. Just you don't come over here trying to be about something quick from us just staying coexisting to us taking care of your shit.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If they take over Karg Island right now, China would have to go to the United States for their oil, correct?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So that's leverage over China.
So would Russia.
So that's leverage over
So
China and
Russia.
Russia. So we're having leverage over China and Russia, correct?
Right. But like I said, I don't think that we're trying to take that. Honestly, I think right now what we're trying to do is we're trying to kill their ability, Iran's ability to build nuclear. I mean, that is really, I think, our main focus and everything. I mean, to try to hurt China and Russia's oil, because in the end and everything in the global stock market, it will affect us as well and everything like that. So as much as we want to keep China hurting or Russia hurting everything, it'll impact us as well and everything like that. So I think at this point, everything Trump is trying to find out what's the least situation that'll hurt the American people the least and keep our adversaries in check.
Absolutely.
So I don't know that we're necessarily going to go there or not. It's possible. I'm not going to say we won't, but I just think as a strategical move right now, I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
At this moment, but like I said again, there's a video. There is a video and everything like that. That if USA versus the world, I've seen it a couple times and everything, and it's basically the same concept and everything. Kind of what if we wanted to, all we had to do is just blow up the Strait of Hormuz and take ownership of that, and we own the world.
So okay,
and people don't understand.
I understand it, and this is why. So that was why I postulated the question. I asked you. I said, hey. If we take over Karg Island, 80% of Asian oil runs through it. So if we take it,
right,
we will have leverage over China and Russia. So that's why I said that. Now again, I'm not saying he's doing it on purpose. I would like to believe that he's this strategic, or I don't know maybe if these things fell into place. But I do find it kind of interesting that why would he, a man of purpose, he is a man of purpose. Everything he does has a purpose, whether or not we realize it or not. But it's kind of interesting to me that he's attacking something that we don't really need it. It's not going to hurt us none, but it will hurt Asia. And if they go and take Karg Island,
right?
And we didn't even get into Canada yet because we know how much oil Alberta is producing, and they want to get away from Ottawa. It seems like he was serious when he said drill, baby, drill.
They want to be a territory of the U.S.
Woo! So he's going. It seems like he's going after all the oil.
Alberta definitely wants the U.S.
Yeah, and it seems like he's going after all the oil. I think they're going to take Karg Island, bro.
I think he's trying. Well, here's my. And like I said again, I mean, I'm not going to say that we won't. I don't think it's strategically necessary because here's the thing and everything like that. Like I said, the biggest thing and everything, as many people laughed at him about Greenland and everything like that, people don't understand how much of a strategical move that was for us because now we completely can protect the entire Western Hemisphere and we don't have to worry about shit because, like I said again, and then he's talking about doing almost a similar thing like the Iron Cage in it or Iron Curtain or whatever they call it, Israel thing or whatever. They're trying to do. If he acquires the access with Greenland or whatever, he literally can protect the entire Western Hemisphere, and nobody would. Russia and China would be stupid to try to invade anything on the Western Hemisphere. So yes. Again, you're protecting. Yes, there's oil at this country. There's oil at this country, but I just don't know that. I really, like I said again. I mean, if he was really wanting to put that kind of stronghold, he would have done it 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Facts. I don't think he wants to do it. He already stated. He said, "Listen, if we take Karg Island, they'll never be able to rebuild Iran again. They could, and this is why I was asking about the narrative that they're speaking. He's actually having mercy on Iran." Because they can literally go take it.
He cares about the people.
Exactly.
He cares about the people.
But most people don't see that. Most people don't see that he cares about the people.
Yeah, he's not fighting the Iranian people. He's fighting the regime. And people, that's where our idiots that are back here in our country are fucking retarded because they want to sit here and think, oh, well, he's killing. No, he is not trying to hurt the Iranian people. He has told the Iranian people, hey, I'm about to blow this shit up. Go on over here go over here a couple towns and everything like that. Stay inside. Let us do what we got to do, and we'll be back in a few minutes and everything. Once we get done, then y'all can roll up in there and everything and do what y'all got to do. We have warned the people and everything. We're not out there to kill the Iranians. We're out for that regime and everything, whatever. And you got Lulus here in our country and everything like that that aren't smart enough to comprehend that.
Well said. Well said. Well said. Now, Here comes this. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Were you finished? I think you had went out for a second.
Oh no, I'm good. Yeah, I was done. I was done.
All right. So now here's this is where we're gonna go. So we already covered China. I know you're a busy man.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to keep this. I want to keep this under an hour. But you know, when you start speaking, I get excited and shit, and that's why I wanted you on here because. So, talk to me about the illegal immigrant situation. Be nice. Be nice. I got a lot of friends that don't belong here.
Okay. Here's my thought on the immigration process and everything. You know, what people don't understand is they think that because we're getting rid of people, whatever and all. Yes, there could be some nice illegal immigrants and everything. They're here. They just want to make a life for themselves and all that. They want to do the right thing. They're not trying to be a criminal or whatever. Problem that we have is you did not come here legally, so we don't know nothing about you. At least when you come through the legal process, we learn your background. We find out everything about you. We determine whether you are worthy of being an American citizen. And you got, again, we're going to go back with these liberals. I'll play nice on that one. I'm just going to say liberals and everything like that want to sit here and blow their whistles and everything and protect these people that are killing American citizens. Everybody acts like ICE just formed 2 years ago. A year and a half ago.
Talk about
ICE has been around for over almost 30 years.
Talk about it.
Almost 30 years, ICE has been around. Nobody had a problem. Matter of fact, Obama gave Tom Holland a freaking medal. And I mean, who else? Biden. He was asleep the whole time. So I'm not even worried about him and all that. But I mean, you have all these people and everything like that. I mean, crap. Obama has deported like 3 or 4 times what Trump has deported. Trump is the difference between Obama's deportations and our deportations right now is we're getting rid of the right people, the people that are killing people, the people that are trafficking, the people. I mean, we've already found 180,000 of the 350,000 children that were trafficked here. They've already found over almost half. Well, they have found over half of the children. And I think by the end of his full term, he's probably going to find all 350,000 of them. People don't, and like I said again, and everything. Yes, I am like me and like a lot of Americans and everything. We are like this. Hey, come here, enjoy this great country and everything like that. Enjoy our freedoms and everything, but do it the right way. Because like I said again, in the end and everything like that, I'm not trying to sit here and pay for somebody that hopped the fence and everything like that, didn't come the right way and everything, eating up all our resources and everything or whatever, and not paying anything into it. They contribute to they contribute to inflation. It's people don't understand how much immigration affects the daily life of an American.
Right.
And like I said again, so unfortunately, like I said again, and that's the great thing about this administration and everything like that. They're at this point, they're like, you know what, you can hate us if you want, but in 4 years, you're going to love me. So like I said again, they can hate them or they can hate all they want. But when we're all not struggling and everything, our paychecks aren't struggling. We can walk around the streets and everything like that at DC, Memphis, Chicago, and not have to worry about a bullet coming in our butts. You know, and you don't have to worry. Huh?
Oh no, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. Finish.
I mean, we don't have to worry about. I mean, we don't have to worry about the inflation's going to hold out at a certain like that. So everybody's going to be able to start being able to afford homes. I mean, he's already bought $18 trillion in investments in this country and everything in his first year. Well, imagine the investments we can bring in the second year. Right now, we got to get over this Iran thing or whatever and all that, which is, I really believe that one's coming to an end very soon. And I don't believe that NATO is going to like the way it ends, but we can't worry about that right now.
NATO is screwed. NATO is screwed.
And that's the biggest problem that I don't understand is NATO has to realize that 66% of their military, their finances, and their infrastructure and everything is because of the U.S. If we pull out and we take that $3 billion that we're spending every year to fund NATO and put that back into our country and just defend ourselves, first of all, the American people are going to get a major boom right off the bat or whatever and all that. Yes, you have people talking about that, hey, maybe in 4 or 5 months and everything like that, the economy, the other countries and everything like that might get butt hurt and everything like that, not trade with us and not take our import or our exports or whatever. But you know what? I don't even think they're going to be able to last 30 days without the American people.
But you know, the reason why NATO is reluctant to comply is because in their world, we got all those bases around NATO, which helps us with pit stops, fueling. I mean, you know, the reason why we have our hand in everything is because we have bases all over the place. So that can kind of restrict us if we pull soldiers out of those bases. What's your take back on that?
Yeah, yes, yes, it'll hurt. It'll does take away a little bit of our strategical advantage. But the problem is there's no weapon that any of these countries that, you know, you hear all these countries, oh, we can hit America. No one has the long range capability to attack America with missiles. Like I said, again, we strategically, our borders are almost impossible and everything. I have to attack. The only way you can attack America is through the inside. You can't attack us from the outside. You can't attack us by land.
And that's why we should keep our borders closed, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, you can't attack us by land, you can't attack us by air, and you cannot attack us by sea because we dominate in the air, we dominate in land on the land, and then our waters that surround us and everything like that. Like I said again, they're so rough and they're so there's just no way that you can silently attack us through the ocean before we find you. Not to mention our satellite capabilities, weapons that they don't even have no clue that we do have. I'm just saying, there's a bunch of stuff that we have and everything that the American people don't know, the freaking other countries don't know and everything like that. So like I said again, we can definitely fortify our shit and everything like that and protect ourselves very well. Like I said, do we want to not have allies? No. We always want to have allies and everything like that. We don't want to lose allies we've had for many years. But the fact is, we've got to let the world know, the rest of the world, we've got to put them on blast and say, listen, enough's enough. We're not going to be your support for so that y'all could just sit there and worry about how to get gender affirming care for freaking dogs or whatever and all that.
Because
so, like I said again, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't see no reciprocity that's being demonstrated between NATO and America. I think that we're doing the bulk of the work. What sold me was when they said that this was not their war, although this is their interest. And if we would have said Ukraine and Russia is not our war, it would have been a problem. But let me tell you what's going to happen here. Russia has been dying to get their hands on them. And if America...
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, and if America, we reach back our... And this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes we can think that we are more than what we are. Sometimes we overvalue ourselves as humans. Because the only reason why NATO exists...
Honestly, I think we undervalue ourselves.
Oh, no,
to be honest with you, I don't think we...
I'm talking about NATO.
I don't think we overvalue...
Talking about NATO.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm talking about NATO.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, and the reason why I say that, let me 2 seconds, I'm going to pass you the mic. The reason why I say that is this. You know, if I was standing next to Jay-Z, right, people would notice me.
Okay.
But they only noticing me because I'm standing next to Jay-Z. NATO
Correct.
is only noticed because they're standing next to America. The world would have been had their way with NATO.
That's outside the building.
Huh?
You know, the very first flag that's outside of NATO building is the UN, the American flag. If you ever look outside the building, look what is the first flag outside that building that you see.
Yeah. And,
but anyway, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you good, brother. You good. And what I'm trying to get people to understand is that NATO is only important and they're only alive and exist today because of the protection that United States provides for them. Being under the auspices of the United States of America has provided them to be where they are today. What does the world look like if they pull that hand back? You know? And then go ahead.
Yeah. I really don't think the rest of the world wants to see that or whatever. I think right
they
now
sure don't.
Talking shit.
They don't.
I think that everybody right now and everything like that is talking shit and everything like that because they know that Trump, honestly, Trump's last resort is war. He doesn't want war and everything. And that's why everybody thinks that this was a war that he started. People don't realize this war and everything is almost 47 years old and everything like that between. And like I said again, I mean, because we used to be real strong allies with Iran back in 1978. We were like besties and everything like that.
That's right before the Iranian Revolution, right?
Huh?
That's right before the Iranian Revolution, right? So you said 1978. The Iranian Revolution was it? Okay, gotcha. Yep.
Yeah, it was a year before this Islamic regime took over.
Yep. That's right.
So, and like I said again, and I'm not one of these people and everything like that. You know, like I said, I'm a firm believer. Hey, you believe in what God you believe. You practice your religion the way you believe and everything. But the problem that I have is with these extremists and everything like that and all that. Because like I said, again, I know a lot of people that practice Islam and everything or whatever. They're very chill people. They're great people. They're humane. They love everybody. They're good people. It's just they believe in a different type of religion than we, and that's perfectly fine. And all that. The problem that I have is with these extremists and everything like that they take a certain part of the Quran or whatever, or they take a certain part of their Bible or whatever and all that, whatever you want to call it. I mean, and they say, oh, this means we should kill all Americans. No, that's not what it says, but their interpretation says that they're supposed to be killing Americans, or they're supposed to be taking over UK, or they're supposed to be taking all these countries and everything by violence and everything. They're supposed to be violent and everything. And all that or whatever. They're supposed to hurt their own people if that's what it takes for Allah and all that or whatever. And the problem is, I mean, that's not what the Quran says. And I mean, you know, I'm one of those people and everything. I think you should definitely read up on everything because, like I said again, I mean, yes, I'm a practicing Christian and everything like that. I believe in God and all that or whatever, and I believe in the Bible. But I also, when you try to argue religion and everything like that, you got to have your facts or whatever. You can't just sit here and say talk on feelings and everything. And that's a lot of the problem with the people that are Islamic or whatever, is they talk with emotions versus actual what the Quran or what their Bible says or whatever. And you know, you're fighting a religious war, and that's the hardest part for us. This is not a territorial thing, and well, yes, it is, but it's not. It's a religious war and everything. I mean, because these people genuinely believe that they're supposed to kill us, that they're supposed to do the things that they're doing because of their faith.
Yeah.
And it's not because that the regime just says, hey, we don't like America, kill them all and everything. They're our nemesis and everything. They're not mad at us because they're a different country. It's our beliefs. Our religious beliefs are completely different than theirs and everything. And unfortunately, they're interpreting the Quran at an extreme basis versus actually what it says and all that or whatever. So unfortunately, you get one nut talking and everything, and then you get a bunch of nuts. So I mean,
so two things. Another question. Two more questions I got for you. Now we do all know that recently, Iran lied about their ballistic missile program. Did you know? Are you aware that the missiles did reach Europe for over 400 kilometers? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can reach get to Europe. That's what I'm saying, but they can't reach us. That's
No,
what
no,
I
no.
said.
But the point I
NATO
was making,
doesn't-
the point I was making was that they lied. They told us that their missiles couldn't reach that far. So my question to you is this: if they lied about their ballistic missile program, who's to say that they're not lying about their nuclear program?
And that's why Trump is doing what he's doing because we don't believe him. We know they're full of shit. Because, like I said again, and everything like that. As soon as we did that mission back, what was it, Hammerhead or Hammer or something, whatever, and all that back when he first took office or whatever, and all that, and we took out that our uranium plant. I mean, they started rebuilding the next day.
Yep.
While telling us that they weren't rebuilding.
Right. And explain to the people.
And if anybody's followed history, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
If anybody's
follows
ever
history,
followed
what?
history, they would understand that how many times and everything like that has the UN sent in people and everything like that. They sent them into Iraq. They sent them to Iran. They've sent them to all of the Pakistan and everything, because every time and everything like that we have figured out that they are making nuclear weapons, we've been right. Now, have we gone into a country for the purpose of a bomb for other reasons? I'm not going to disagree with that or whatever. There are times that we needed another strategical advantage and everything like that. We needed a reason. So we'll go ahead and attack the nuclear program and then go ahead and take care of our secondary. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that always have we attacked a country or been in a war for the main reason that we say we are. But you got to realize and everything, and what I tell people what they don't understand and everything is, just because the initial narrative, the initial reason is not the main reason or whatever, people have to understand and everything. Everything is about the strategic. We didn't build the best military in the world and everything like that just by playing checkers. We play chess. And the fact of the matter is this and everything like that. We got to be 10 moves ahead of the enemy and everything like that. So that means I got to go blow up this building right here so that this building stops doing what it's doing, or blow up this building so I can secretively go over here and take what I need from this building.
And that's beautiful.
So be it or whatever.
And just 2 seconds. That's beautiful, because a lot of people I've heard them say, this isn't our war. Why are we over there? And this happens all the time. Americans always say, why are we in everybody else's business? But what they don't know, that everything is so interconnected. What they do over there do affect us. So I agree with that 100%.
That's why we've been in Korea for 55 years. Well, going on actually almost 60 years now.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually think it's a lot longer than that. Hold on, it's been a long time. It's actually, wow, damn, it's actually 1955. Oh, damn, it's pushing 75 years. Holy crap. I didn't realize, but either way, the fact is, that's why we still in Korea, because that way we keep North Korea in check.
Gotcha.
Chess, not checkers. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir. I agree with you 100%. Secondly, last thing we want to get on, and this is really cool. Tax cuts for the wealthy. Let's talk about it. I'm sure you are aware what's going on with Zohran Mamdani in New York. But I'm sorry. Before we do that, and I'm going to let you do, you can go off on this one, because this pisses me off too.
Good, because
you can go crazy with this one. I love I got friends that don't, illegal immigrants. I understand. I get it. Democrats and Republicans. Half my family Democrats, and I'm conservative. I got friends so we gotta be careful with that, okay? But this rich shit, when you talk about money, now you can go crazy, because I don't like nobody fucking with my money. Okay, now you can go crazy.
Gotcha.
Now listen. We got a lot of our people trying to turn this into a socialist place, and some of them even want to go as far to turn it into a communism. Tell these people, okay, help them understand what would happen if we're living under communism or socialism, because some of them don't understand, sir.
Well, the biggest problem, well, just listen, the biggest way to analyze this and everything is just look at the black community, and it all fits in when I explain it and everything. You'll understand. When you marry yourself to the government, you become a servant, so to speak, of the government. I don't like using those words, but unfortunately, it's the nicer version of the words that I can use. So, with that being said, or whatever, the problem that, just like right now with the illegal immigration, they're trying to use the 14th Amendment, which was designed for the freedom of blacks, not for illegal immigrants. The birthright citizenship, that was not designed for illegal immigrants. It was designed for the black slaves and everything like that back in the 1800s and all that. That was why the 14th Amendment was designed. It was not designed for anything that has to do with illegal immigration whatsoever.
Facts.
Because I meant to put that point out last time when we were talking earlier about the immigration. I meant to put that out and everything, but it also ties into what's going on right now because people don't also remember when Lyndon B. Johnson made the comment and everything. If you keep the N words in check, they will vote Democrat for the next 200 years. Mm-hmm. What they did is they took the father out. They took the father out of the home. Offered all these government assisted programs for black women and everything. All you had to do was get rid of the man in the situation, everything like that. Stop the black nucleus and everything like that. Take the father out of the home so that way, if you destroy the father, then you've got the women under check because women are the most. They act like they're tough and they act like that no man could do this or whatever. But there's not a man in this world that can't manipulate a female if he needs to. And the fact is, females are not smart enough to figure that part out. And sorry for your guest or whatever, or who's ever listening. If you're a female, it's just a reality. I'm sorry and everything. I'm not trying to be mean. I love women and everything, but I'm not stupid either.
No, so absolutely.
The fact of the matter is this and everything. The best way that they control the black population is by controlling the women. Once they got the women on board and everything like that, you notice that the nucleus family, the black community started getting rough. They started, the families started separating. Kids started acting a fool because
if you look at most black families, it only consists of women and children. There's no men there.
Exactly. Well, that's kind of, and I know that I went out of the base of the question, but in a way, it brings the question back. It brings it back to the answer and everything. The fact of the matter is this and everything. People don't understand when you get married to the government, which is socialism or communism and everything, is basically the government just saying, fuck it, this is what's going to happen. If you don't like it, eat a bag of dicks. Socialism is saying, hey, you're married to us. You got to do whatever we say because we're giving you all these free programs. We're doing all these things. So if we need this from you or whatever. So people don't understand capitalism and everything. As much as people hate how big corporates and everything like that make money, without those big corporates and that capitalism and everything like that, we would be living in a really crappy situation because you wouldn't be able to own anything. You wouldn't be able to do anything without the government's permission and all that and everything. You got too many people that are stupid and everything. They don't know basic economics. You can't get there. There's no such thing as anything for free. Free comes with a shiny dick, and it's going to go in your butthole and everything like that. The minute that you think that you're getting all these great things and everything.
Jody, you're killing me, bro. Come on.
Look what New York is feeling right now and everything like that. They're learning real quick that the mistake that they made by electing that bastard.
Now, here's the deal. You know why they voted for him? He promised them free bus fare. He promised them free daycare.
Free rent.
Free rent, $30 minimum wage, and the people thought that this money was just going to magically appear. But what they don't understand, Jody, what they don't understand is that
it's got to come from somewhere.
When you tax the wealthy, they leave. 1% of the wealthy pays over 40% of the taxes. So now everybody understands when they're talking about the middle class is going to be destroyed because the wealthy people are leaving. Now, if the wealthy people leave New York, the middle class is going to be stuck with that bill, Jody. Why don't they see that, Jody?
And that debt. Yep.
Now, his inheritance tax.
Like I said again.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, the best way to explain everything, there's an easy solution to this and everything. Look at the difference between a blue state and a red state. Look at the difference between a red city and a blue city. And look which one's economy's better. Their crime rates are non-existent and everything in red cities or red states. The federal they don't lean a whole lot on federal funding. They self-sufficiate themselves or whatever, but it's due to capitalism, corporate, and everything or whatever and everything. I mean, yes, I think that corporations should get tax breaks because the fact of the matter is this and everything. You got to realize if they make $1 billion,
Yep.
they're paying almost 700 million of that $1 billion in taxes. They're already being taxed at almost 70%.
Yep.
And it's bullshit and everything like that. Like, so what you're telling me is because I did the right thing. I went to school. I learned everything I needed to learn. I created a business and everything like that from nothing to make it this fantastic, amazing company and everything. And now my ass has got to get butt fucked and everything like that because everybody else can't pay their share. I think it's bullshit and everything. So anytime you give a tax credit to the rich, people want to get their butts hurt and everything, but the rich need a break every now and then and everything. That's why, again, I think Trump's one of the smartest businessmen out there because he used every bit of those fucking discounts and tax-free benefits and everything that he could use to build his empire. Everybody's mad. Well, he played the system. Well, you know what? He just played it better than you. You're mad because he played it better than you did.
That's what
And
people, so when I look at capitalism, right, and or socialism, they want to take wealthy. So when I see that people are voting to take money from wealthy people, most of these people didn't work as hard as these people, didn't even put in half the work.
Exactly.
But they want to take this money. And the reason why they're okay with taking it because it's not their money. If the roles were reversed.
Exactly.
If the roles were reversed, they would have a problem with it. So I definitely agree with you on that. Yep. Absolutely.
Well, just look at Canada.
Woo, let's talk about it.
Country and everything like that. And Canada's economy sucks dick. I mean, you can't.
Jody.
I said, everybody say, I'm going to move to America. I'm going to go to America. Well, I'm going to leave America, go to Canada. But what they don't realize is you got to have $30,000 income before you can even move to Canada. And then you've got to have a home already in place within 30 days. You've got to have a job within 2 weeks and everything. And the job has to meet a certain amount for you to be able to become a Canadian citizen. Their housing market, seriously, people have died waiting to get a medical treatment because of their free medical care. Free medical means that you're going to sit in lines, you're going to wait till you die and everything and hope that you get your Medicare before it happens and everything. Like I said again, the biggest thing, and that's why Obamacare sucked and everything like that, because he was taxing the people that don't have insurance. Well, we can't already afford it now. You're going to take $1,000 out of my pocket because I couldn't afford something that I couldn't afford. And the thing is, because people, and that's why I do like this whole talk that they're doing right now with privatizing the healthcare facility, because now you're forcing companies to tell what the prices for this is, what the prices for this, and this is, and everything. So that way I can make a sound decision whether I want that treatment or not and everything. Okay, you're selling this treatment here for $150. I can go down to this hospital and get that same one for $65. So now I have the ability to pick where I go, pick my healthcare and all that. That's the worst thing about socialism and everything. You would not be able to pick where you want to go. You're going to sit in long lines waiting and everything like that for treatment or whatever. Not to mention and everything, you literally will never be able to own really anything that's worth anything because the government owns your ass.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So socialism has never worked. There's only one country that socialism kind of works, and that's only because of their resources that they already have.
Are you talking about the Native Americans?
Basically, the people. Was that?
Who are you talking about?
Switzerland.
Oh shit, my bad.
Switzerland. They're not a complete. And that's why it kind of works, because they're not 100% socialist. But some of their policies are socialistic, so it works because they also have a little bit of capitalism there too. So they're not completely basically banging themselves out or whatever. So, but that's the only country that has successfully used socialism at any point and is still and survived. But they did not use it on a 100% basis. Any country that has ever used 100% socialism has failed. I mean, look at Venezuela. Venezuela tried to go socialist, and look at what Maduro did to them.
Right, absolutely.
That was another reason why we got rid of Maduro and everything like that. A lot of people don't understand. Trump was for the Venezuelan people as well and everything. They knew that they had to and that's why Cuba is next, because we have to get rid of these socialist dictators or these communist dictators or whatever, because the problem is their family members, they are going to be wealthy, they're going to live in a nice little place for their entire lives, while everybody else and everything like that's trying to fight somebody for a piece of bread.
And can you imagine, Jody? Can you imagine somebody going to school for 12 years plus, sacrificing their time, sacrificing their friendships, so even sometimes sacrificing their families to become a doctor or pursue any endeavors that they have in mind, and then you have a taxi driver that's getting paid just as amount of money as you? How would you feel about that?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you right now. Well, here I got two ways that I go with that. Well, first, if I did all this training, all this or whatever, and I'm making the same amount of money as a taxi cab driver and everything like that, I'm going to be pissed. But there's going to be two reasons that I'm going to be pissed. A, that the job market sucks so bad that my wage is going to be the same of a taxi driver. And B, that the college was such a scam that I could have went to a technical college and made more. And like I said, that's why I like a lot of people like Charlie Kirk and all that when they tell people that college is a scam and everything like that. That's basically what they're saying, that you can do all this in 12 years, or you can go to a technical school for 2 years and you'll go straight into a job. You won't be in debt. You'll be in no debt whatsoever. And you'll be making 80 to 100,000 your first year. And then by 5 or 6 years and everything, you're making almost as much as freaking doctors and all that because you went into a technical trade that's high demanding. And like I said, again, that's the joy. That's the great point of capitalism and everything like that. That's where capitalism takes over, because you would not be able to do that in a socialist system. You will not be able to do that in a communist system and everything like that, because education, anytime the people are educated, is not a good thing for those type of governments. Fact. They need their people to be stupid.
That's a fact. Now, so one more before we go. We touched on Mamdani. We touched on a little bit of everything. Recently, now what we have is that Democrats are calling for reparations for illegal immigrants. Have you heard that?
For who?
For illegal immigrants. They're calling for reparations.
Oh, that can eat a bag of.
Yeah, well, you know what?
They can eat a bag of donkey.
I kind of hope that they give it to them, because this is the only way my people are going to wake up and say, damn, these people are not by our side the way we thought they were. It's almost like, look, watch this. Let me tell you. Sometimes when you're dealing with human pathology, sometimes you have to give people what they want so they can recognize what they don't want. Like, hold on, 1 second.
I have a hard time in that.
2 seconds.
Reparations is a hard subject to talk about, but go ahead.
No, absolutely. But what I'm saying is this right here. I'm a firm believer. Like, so I did a video on the Arab slave trade. Now, a lot of times in school they teach us about the transatlantic slave trade, but they don't teach us about the trans-Saharan slave trade, which lasted 1,600 years before we even met the European. So what you have is that white folks are taking the bulk of the responsibility for slavery when they did like less the work. But I tried to explain this to people and they say you're lying. We've been programmed in our thoughts, and the reason for me bringing this up is because I'm a firm believer. I watch a guy named Dennis Sperling. He's a self-made millionaire lawyer, and he postulated the idea that we should sue African countries for reparations because those were the ones that sold us over here. Which I'm in agreements with.
That's why.
Which I'm in agreements with.
That's where it's. Well, I think that's where it's hard for like someone of my complexion to really have any say so on that.
You don't,
because, like I said again, even though my knowledge is factual, the problem is nobody wants to hear facts and everything like that or whatever. They want to. The problem with the situation, and this is the part I hate so much about how it is right now and everything, is the victimhood and everything like that on certain things or whatever. Not all, like I said again, I'm one of those people and everything like that say, hey, you know what? I can't control what happened in the past. Is reparations a good thing? I disagree with it, because the fact is, here's what happens and everything if you get reparations and everything. Are people going to take that money and put it into the community the right way? What I would recommend, if I was going to do anything like a reparation situation, I would put money into programs for the community that would be solely controlled by the communities, but it would have to be voted on. So you don't have this person down in Southeast and you got saying, "Hey, I want to go buy 20 PlayStation 5s or whatever," and you got the person in Northwest and everything that says, "Hey, we should build a community center and everything like that that has an educational program and everything like that." You have like a community board where the unanimous decision and everything, where it's basically like a democratic process. Hey, let's vote on, should we put $50,000 into building this community or $50,000 into PlayStation 5s? I'm just using that as just an example or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I said, I think that works better for the community, because instead of just everybody getting a bunch of money and just going out and doing them, that's temporary. By building the community, that's long lasting.
Yep.
So, and a lot of times and everything like that, when I say something like that, well, it's going to miss on a lot of people because of the complexion of my skin. Even though I've studied Black history all my life and everything like that. Like I said, again, I don't know everything or whatever, but I know enough and everything like that to where I can join a conversation when it comes to Black history or whatever and all that. No. And the thing that just the biggest thing that I'm upset about is the fact that even though I know what I know, I can't overturn 400 years of brainwashing of people saying, "Hey, you have to be this, you have to do it this way, you have to be this, you have to be this." You're meant to not empower yourselves or whatever and everything. The system is designed to, like Lyndon B. Johnson said, keep you guys in check.
Yeah.
So, and now that a lot of Blacks now are starting to wake up, and I think that this is what's hurting the Democratic Party right now, is because a lot of Blacks are actually waking up now saying, you know what, this is a party that's done nothing for me all my life. Every 4 years they promise me this and they don't do shit. They do the opposite. They give the illegals the money. They give this people the money. They don't do anything at all. They just fill their pockets or whatever and everything. And I think that that's why you got like a lot of people like look at Chicago. Chicago and everything's going to possibly flip red. They're going to be a Republican city if this mayor keeps messing up.
Yeah. Chicago,
New York,
the Chicago
New
mayor
York
is just as weird as the New York mayor. But yeah, it's bad. It's bad, and I think at this moment, it's just programming. At this moment, we've been Democrats. We've been Democrats all our lives, and we've been taught that.
Yep.
At this moment, it's just programming. It's almost like, I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but if I can see it, I know that other people can see it, and I know that everything that we tend to vote for, shoot ourselves in the foot. So, like immigration, we stated immigration. Okay, Trump never messed with Black African Americans. He messed with the immigrants that were here. He messed with the Haitians. He messed with the Ghanaians, the Nigerians, who else? The Latinos, Mexican. He didn't mess with us. Yeah. And for some reason, Blacks, we don't know what peace feels like. Even when no one's bothering us, we're like, "Hey, here I am. You forgot about me." And then on top of that,
you feel like you have to be a part of a commotion.
Right, exactly. And then on top of that, guess what? So now we have this situation where they say tax the wealthy. And anytime somebody tells me tax the wealthy, I get a little bit reluctant. And we don't understand that, my brothers and my good sisters, is that when they tax the wealthy, the butt of the joke is going to fall on us anyway. So we shoot ourselves in the foot. Right now, we over there screaming for Iran. Little do my people know that these people don't like us or love us. You should see how they treat Black Muslims over there. So we all have a lot of learning to do, and this is why one of my endeavors is to wake up young Black men. I'm not really concerned about the Black women because they seem to have it under control. Most of Black women are Democrats, and most of their husbands become Democrats because they don't got time for the argument. Me, I want all the smoke.
Exactly.
I want all the smoke. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm concerned with young Black men. And how we vote and how we understand things. So this is why I do this podcast or whatnot. But I will say something. I am not married to no party. I vote my interests. Meaning, while I support Trump because he's going to legalize crypto, and that's something I'm into. If I see a Democrat next term and he's speaking my language, I'm cool. I just don't vote blue no matter who. And I'm not married to anything,
Right.
but I will say that knowing me, I have more conservative views, and I think that black people are more conservative than they are Democrat. Black people are church, God-fearing people. And
Very much.
despite what other people might think of the rhetoric, we are family people. We do have a few knuckleheads in the community that they promote and put on TV. But those are not the majority.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Yeah, those are not the majority of black folks. But naturally, black folks are conservative. But like I said, we've been
without doubt.
brainwashed. We've been taught that we black, we are Democrats, and somehow this has become a part of our identity. And I want
Exactly.
to play my role into unraveling that lie. So Jody, man, I
Hey,
appreciate
it just takes one.
Yeah, I appreciate having you on, bro. I love our conversations, man. Damn, we used to woo,
Why not?
man.
Right?
Anything you like to say in closing out?
Just the last thing I could just say and everything like that is, like I said, is if you're the people watching you or the people that you surround yourself with and everything like that, just they just got to they got to open their minds up and everything or whatever. Because the fact of the matter is this: it doesn't matter if it's coming, if a Caucasian's telling you or a black person's telling you or this person's telling you and everything. The fact is, facts are facts and everything like that. And the biggest thing for me and everything is, I just hope that one day we all wake up, because it's not just blacks that need to wake up. It's not just whites that need to wake up. It's not just this race that needs to. I think in some form or way, we all need to wake up and everything. And I think the biggest fear that this government, that any government will have, is that blacks and whites actually figure that shit out one day. And because that's the two races that get played against each other so much. And it really hurts my heart because, like I said, again, as kids and everything, we didn't know this shit. We played out the sand and didn't give a damn who the hell was playing with us and everything. We just cared that you were playing with us or whatever and having a good old damn time and everything. And the problem is we done forgot that shit because we allow society and everything to dictate what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do and who we're supposed to love and who we're supposed to hate or whatever. And I just hope that one day, maybe it might not happen my time. It might, I don't know. But maybe one day and everything like that, we can all just wake up one day and just say, you know what, enough of this shit and everything like that. Let's see what kind of strength I can get from this person, what kind of strength I can get from this person, and just make us all just an equal strength human race kind of situation, you know?
Yeah, no, I get it, bro. I get it. So I wanted to, bro. I have to thank you, bro, for coming on here because, man, you're one hell of a speaker, man. And it's funny because whoever might watch this, I know people. You a Capricorn just like I am, so I know people can get turned off by your tone, your voice. But if people listen to you long enough, they can see the authenticity in what you say and how genuine you are, how passionate you are in your speech. And it's crazy because this one conversation is not even going to show everybody how really intelligent you are. So I would like to do this again with you one day, brother.
Well, that's definitely an option for me and everything. Let's just make sure that we stick to the time we said we're going to do it, though.
Well, you going to do that? You going to do that in public? You going to do that in public? Really?
When you say 7 o'clock, I'm going to be ready at 7 o'clock, not 5 o'clock.
Hey, look.
Hey,
look. You know why I was early? You know why I called you early, right?
Why?
Because y'all keep saying black people ain't on time, motherfucker. That's why.
Well, I mean, okay, whatever. But
hold on. Let's see if I was late. You had something to say, right? So I was early. You still got something to say.
Well, no. Because no.
Don't start stuttering now. Don't start stuttering now.
No. Let me finish. Because if you'd have been late and everything, I would have already had everything taken care of. So it would just giving me more time to finish what I was doing. Right. But when you're early, I'm mid-hand with a sandwich in the hand, trying to take care of my mom, thinking I still got an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? Changes the game a little bit.
All right, my bad. I thought I told you 6, but I'll work on that. All right.
Hey, nah, we straight, dude, and everything like that. Like I said again, my mom's got some food in her belly. We had a great little conversation or whatever. So, like I said, now I can go ahead and start going back and finishing up the things that I need to take care of. And like I said again, hopefully and everything, the people that listen to your stuff and everything or whatever, they can decipher all the good stuff and everything, and they can educate themselves enough to where they're not just following the leader kind of situation.
Yeah, the echo chamber, the goddamn echo chamber.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Then, our next conversation, I would like to talk to you, man. I would like to go into Canada. I wanted to touch on Canada a little bit more, but for the sake of time, because I actually been up since like 5, and I just came back from chilling with a very good brother of mine. I mean, man, I'm gonna miss him to death, man. I swear. We're gonna set this up because you got so much in there. I gotta have you back on. All right.
Yeah, Fridays are really the right now. Fridays are the only days that I really have any kind of time because, like I said, I work every freaking day all the time or whatever. So Fridays are really the only time that I have any kind of time. So if we're gonna do again or whatever, I definitely have to probably be a Friday.
That'll work for me, brother.
So yeah, just text me and let me know.
Yes, sir. And you have a good night, man. And call me if you need anything,
Hey, you
brother.
too, brother.
All right, thank you, brother.
Anytime, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, got you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Later. Now I gotta figure out how to end this.
Oh, you just it's all good. No worries. We're good to go, brother. We good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and put the boop end stream on them. And you can yeah, you can go ahead and just hit the stop stream button. Yep.
All right, buddy.
All right, brother. Yes, sir. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yep.
All right. Yeah. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, Pete.